I'm just trying to bring up my live on my laptop so I can read the chat better. I'm not sure where it is though. Hmm. I'll find it in a minute, y'all. And there's Prima Donna. Good morning. How's Prima Donna this morning? I'm great. I'm just trying to put off doing the yard. I've got to mow. And every time I look outside, I say, I don't want to go do that. I decided to go live instead. But I've got to get out there and mow it. And I'll probably start it later today. I don't know. But it's got to be mowed. Yeah, where is my live on my laptop? Goodness. I can't find it, y'all. There it is. There she be. Have fun later, hee. In a bit, I will sleep because it's... Oh, it's midnight there. Oh my goodness, Prima Donna. I didn't realize. Where are you at? Where are you located? The Philippines. Oh, okay. And there's Kai this morning. Philippines, that's pretty good ways off from here. That's a fur piece to go. How's Kai doing this morning? Y'all have a cup of coffee with me and take a break. Running late today, need to shower and head to work. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because it's early for you. What, maybe 5 or 6 o'clock this morning for you? Well, great. I'm glad to hear that, Kai. Glad to hear you're doing well. Yeah, I'm putting off getting out in the yard and doing some work because I've got to mow the yard and I just keep putting it off. I don't want to go do it. But I need to start it today because while the temperatures are a little cooler than they have been, it's only going to be like 90 today. So I need to get out there and get it done before the temperatures get back up in the hundreds. Then I'm definitely not going to want to get out there and do it. Yeah, 6:07 a.m. I figured it was about 5 or 6 o'clock. You're usually out of the house by 6. You must have slept good last night. There's Paws in the garden. Good morning, Paws. How's Paws doing today? Get you some coffee and take a break with me. Like I was telling everybody, I'm just trying to drag my feet and not get out there and mow. I've got to mow the grass and I keep putting it off, but I will start it sometime today. I just don't know when because it's only going to be like 90 degrees and I need to get it mowed before the temperatures get back up around 100. It's a little bit cooler today. It's midnight where Prima Donna is. She's in the Philippines. Oh no, you had 3 cups of coffee already this morning? Well, you're raring to go, right? You're buzzing around like a bee. All that caffeine. That's what I'm trying to do. I can't get motivated, so I figured the caffeine will help. I am at work getting ready to open at 1 p.m. Oh, okay. Where is work, Pause? Yeah, all of that caffeine will hopefully get me moving. It'll get me out there mowing that yard. That's the plan anyway. That is the plan. Oh, a tattoo and piercing shop. That's interesting. My son has a lot of tattoos. The day he turned 18, he started getting tats. He got one on the back of his neck back here. He got the outline of it, but I don't think he ever got it colored in. But he's got sleeves, he's got tattoos all over. When I'm drinking coffee, I always feel sleepy. Yeah, it relaxes me. I don't know why. I guess the hot coffee relaxes you, even though the caffeine kind of perks you up. Yep, same here. I'm covered. I tried to get tattoos, the eyeliner, and mine kept coming off. It looked great. It would scab over, but then every bit of it would just come right off. And I went in and got it redone 3 times. And finally I said, no, I'm not doing this again. Because after the 3rd time, your eyes get a little tender. Oh no, that's not good, prima donna. Drank coffee to help keep you awake so you could study, and then you felt the coffee made you go to sleep, so you didn't get any studying done. That's bad. I hope you did well on your test or your exam. And I have to apologize for my video Sunday. I wanted to show y'all the rocks in Glen Rose, and I didn't realize the reception on the Wi-Fi was going to be so bad. But I'll try to do it again, but the next time I go down that way, I'll just video it, which that'll give you a clear picture. And I'll do some close-ups. Because I couldn't tell what I was showing you. The sun was on the screen. It turned the screen black. So I was just hoping I could even show you what I was looking at. Thank God you did well, because there's still some stock knowledge left in my brain. Well, good. I'm glad to hear you did well on it. So you probably didn't need all that studying, the night before anyway. Yeah, there's a lot more stuff I want to show people, but I guess I'm going to have to just try to do a video on it. Because with the Wi-Fi that's available down that way and other places, it just doesn't have good reception, and it doesn't give you a good picture. Now, up around Granbury here, it does. I mean, there's so many high-speed internet services that you latch on to that you can do a pretty halfway decent video. And there's Kayla. Good morning. I'm great, Kayla. How are you doing today? And there's Janet. She says, I caught you at last time difference. It's after 5 p.m. now. In the UK, your videos, I watch them. I can, God bless. Well, I'm so glad you take the time to watch them, Janet. And there's Cindy Sandu. Hello. How's Cindy doing today? I'm just taking a break. Like I was telling everybody, I'm putting off mowing the yard. I don't want to get out there and mow the grass. But I've got to, because, I can't let the cooler days get by without getting out there and mowing. Because it's only going to be like 90 for the high today. So this is the day I need to get out there and mow before it gets back up to 102. Well, thank you, Prima Donna. Watch whenever you can. I need people to view my videos. I appreciate all the views I get from everyone. You just took your daughter to work? Where does she work at, Cindy? Oh, she works at a health clinic. That's be an interesting job. Always get these sales calls when I don't want phone calls coming in. I've started getting them on my phone, and I forgot to turn my notifications off Sunday, and it kept notifying me every time somebody sent me a message or every time the call came in. And that's what the sound was that you heard in the video, that beep. It was my notifications. Lots of unhappy people. That's sad. Yeah, everybody tell Kayla good morning. Yeah, I haven't even gotten started yet. And I said, I don't want to get out there already and start mowing. It's too hot. I just get all sweaty and have to come in and take a shower. But yeah, I can't keep putting it off. Good morning, noon, afternoon, and good evening to all people. I know we've got people from all over the world that come into my lives. So you never know what time it's going to be where they're located. No, I know healthcare is not what it used to be. Nowadays, it's all about the money. They don't want you to spend quality time with the patients. They just want to get the numbers through the clinic. The more people you see during the day, the more money the clinic makes. And that's sad. My niece found that out. She went to school to be a nurse. She got a job in this nursing home, or like a nursing facility, and working with the older people. And she liked to spend a few minutes just talking and chit-chatting and, building a rapport with her patients, since she was going to be working with them every day. And you know what she was told? Her boss told her that she was spending too much time with patients, that she's not in there to make friends and get to know them and spend all that time with them. You just got to go in, treat them, record it, and go on to the next one. So it's all about the numbers, all about the money. They don't care about the patients anymore. And there's Karen Mayer. Hello, or Meyer. Good morning, Karen. How's Karen doing? I know my neighbor used to go to the nursing home here because she went in there to visit someone. I don't remember who it was. And she noticed that there was some patients that were not able to get up to get their food tray and bring it to their, they'd put it beside the bed. But these patients were laying flat on their back, They couldn't get up to sit up by themselves. They couldn't reach over to get their plate to bring it closer to where they could eat. They couldn't feed themselves. So, how many days do you reckon they went without a meal? And more than one meal a day. I mean, if there was no family there or friends to help them during meal times, they didn't get to eat. And my friend noticed that. So she started going there around noontime, especially, or meal times, just to help a couple of the patients out. And she literally fed them because she knew they would not get food if she didn't go in there and help them because there was no one else there to do it. And the staff that the staff that delivered the food to each room couldn't take the time to help them eat. You know, you had too many other patients and people that lived there to distribute food to. That's what I said, Cindy. I need coffee. That's why I got my second pint of coffee this morning. I'm going to be buzzing around, really pushing that mower in a little bit. I know my mom, before she died, she said she never wanted to be put in a nursing home. She wanted to be able to stay home. And she was. She did stay home. The only time she was in a nursing home was for rehab. She had surgery and she had to have so many weeks of therapy. And they put her in the nursing facility to do the therapy. And she was only there for so many weeks. And she was so glad to get home. But fortunately enough, I had one of my sister-in-laws that worked there as a nurse. And she checked in on my mother every day, probably several times a day, just to make sure that she had what she needed, you know, and she was taken care of. So that made my mom feel a lot better. But no, my mom actually died at home. She was in her own home, living in her own home. My brother and his wife were helping take care of her until she passed away. And I'm hoping that too, but I don't know what's going to happen with me. You know, when I get so old, I can't do anything for myself, and it comes time that I either need to move in with family members or be put in a nursing home. I don't know what's going to happen with me. I don't want to go in a nursing home, but, you know, I don't know what's going to happen, so. There you go, Cindy. If your kids ever put you in a home, you're going to come back and haunt them. Well, that's probably what I'm going to do. I'll come back and haunt them. They'll wish they had put me in their own home and help take care of me. Oh, I see, Susan. Yeah, sometimes you can't prevent putting them in a nursing home or hospice or somewhere like that because they need attention that maybe a family member just can't give. You know, they need someone there 24/7. They need everything done for them. Like her mom, she was unconscious. She didn't even know where she was. So she couldn't do anything for her. How's Susan this morning? And there's April. Hello, April. Oh no. Your food came in brown paper bags in the hospital? Oh goodness. Well, I guess they had so many patients during that time and so much to do. They were trying to cut down on the workload. So they can always throw the brown paper bag in the garbage, you know. They don't have a bunch of plates and stuff like that to clean up later. Yeah, they do, Cindy. I mean, we spent most of our lives taking care of our kids, so in turn, they should help take care of their parents when they need it. You thought the food would be on a tray like usual, but it came in a brown paper bag. It cut down on spreading germs too, April, because you know that paper bag was put in the garbage and disposed of, not like a dish would be that was taken back to the kitchen to be washed, and that just spreads more germs. Oh, Karen, thank you. You enjoyed watching the fruit baby buggy. I enjoy doing it. I've just got tons of fruit to eat now. But it's a good idea to do that because you know it's festive, it's pretty, it's a conversation piece, and you can always refill it. You know, when people there empty the bowl out, you can always refill it with your ambrosia or fruit, whichever you want to put in there. Okay, prima donna, I'm just glad you popped in, said hi. We'll see you maybe on another live. Have a blessed day or blessed night. Yeah, I keep forgetting it's night where you're at. But have a blessed night. Good day tomorrow. Stay safe. Stay warm. And we'll see you on the next one, maybe. And there's Gladys. Hi, Gladys. Cindy's making coffee and she's listening. Yeah, everybody would end up asking about Gladys if she didn't show up pretty soon. Wanting to know, where's Gladys? Where's Gladys? I need a drink too. Be right back. Well, you go get you something to drink. I chose coffee because I've had a hard time waking up. Here in Pakistan, raining session is starting. This time raining cloud are coming soon. Rain will be starting. Oh, wow. I bet in Pakistan it doesn't probably rain that much. Aren't you dry and hot most of the year? Gladys said she loves the watermelon video. Well, I'm so happy. I thought it was cute. I had a good time doing it. I almost messed up on it though because I didn't leave the top coming over the top quite far enough. I should have left about another inch on that little top that come over. But it still looked okay. Yeah, Caleb, I can assume you don't get a whole lot of rain in Pakistan, do you? I guess except during the rainy season. We've had an unusual year this year. I mean, usually we have the rainy season, it floods, and then all of a sudden it quits raining and then it goes into a drought. But we've had a little bit of rain off and on, so my yard is still green. How long does your rain season last, Caleb, in Pakistan? Sudan, how's your baby? Oh, Susan. Yeah, how's Tippy? Or I guess that was the one that you were worried about. Oh no, she ate last night, then threw up. It's almost like she's got a stomach bug, huh? Hi, Diana Marie. Welcome to live chat. How are you doing today? Gonna take her to the vet today, hopefully. Oh, let's see if I can put this down just a tiny bit. No, that's not the way I wanted to go with it. There. It's a little bit better. I didn't want to just completely cut my whole body off and just show my head. That's number 1 and 2 on my list with my money. Get Tippy cared for and get a dental in shots. And there's Ashley. Hello, Ashley. How are you? I'm doing great today. Just trying to put off getting out there mowing. I don't want to mow, but it's got to be done. And it's only going to be 90 degrees today, so I said this will be the best day that I could do it. Okay, Kayla, you have a nice day. We'll see you on the next live. Well, thank you. That's one of the flowers that was in my garden. Ashley suntanning on her back porch. And there's Juanita. Hello, Juanita. Good day to you. Yeah, I got weed whacking to do and I got mowing to do. And my yard is a pretty good sized yard. And I need to get it mowed. It's got so the morning glory's coming into the yard. And you know how those vines are? If you've ever seen it or had it in your yard, you walk through it and it almost trips you. I mean, those vines will wrap around your legs and almost bring you down. I give up trying to pull it away from a lot of stuff because it just comes back. But I keep it broke off enough that it doesn't strangle and kill my plants or get in the totes and get in the buckets the best I can. Not yet, Diana, but I will. I'm still debating whether I'm going to plant another tote of sweet potatoes or not. I gave a bunch of slips away, and I've got still tons of slips, and I need to do something with them. And I know I can kind of control the sweet potato vines because you can prune the sweet potato plant. You don't have to let it grow all over the yard. You can prune it back and keep it with just in so many feet of your pot. And there's Seabreeze. Hello, Seabreeze. How's Seabreeze today? Oh, that's good, Cindy. You got some rain. Oh my goodness, Susan, are you kidding me? And that's going on right now? Whoops. I'm going out to feed everybody's breakfast back. Be back soon. Okay, April. She's got to feed those hungry pets she's got. I know. It's awful. You don't see it on channels. And Diana says she thought that happened yesterday. Huh. I was trying to look it up. Well, I don't bring up anything that's recent, so I must not be putting in the right information. Oh well, I'll check it out later, I guess. Love you all. It's such a great supportive group. Yeah, that's one thing I like about the live chat is the support you get from the fellow subscribers. Yeah, everybody doesn't feel or believe the same, but I always like it when people get along, when countries get along. I don't like all the killing and violence and the protesting and all that. Well, have a good day at work, Kai. I guess maybe we'll see you later on the next live. And there's Sheila McDaniel. Hello. How are you doing today? I figured I might be able to get people in that don't come in sometimes if I went live earlier. So that's one reason I did it. Plus putting off mowing the grass. You have a blessed day, Kai. Yep, live and let live. Everybody can't feel the same way. They don't believe in the same things, but that doesn't mean they got to get out there and kill one another and protest against one another. Because some people think everybody should think the way they do, and it's not going to happen. It's just really not going to happen. That sounds good, Ashley. I'm putting off mowing the grass and I'm in here drinking a cup of coffee and chatting with y'all. Yep, this is me time. Good morning from Alabama, Linda Bryant. How are you doing today? You said you finally got rain. Got rain for the next couple of days. Yes, pray for peace and pray for rain. Really, Susan? How do you know that? I didn't know they did that. I mean, I know they don't want you to use YouTube as a political platform, so that might be what's going on. They're getting too political with the YouTube videos or the lives, and YouTube doesn't want them to use it as a political platform. I'm not going to say too much about against anybody on YouTube because this is a big world. It covers a lot of territory. And, I don't know what facts I've heard are true or not. So I can't really put myself in the position of telling people what to do or not to do politically. It would be awful if they think like me at 84. I hear you, Juanita. Exactly. Just like putting two kids together. One may want to play with one toy, the other one may want to play with something else. And how are you going to tell them, no, they got to play with this one toy over here? They're not going to do it. People are the same way. I mean, grown adults are the same way. They have their own issues, they have their own beliefs, they have their own wants and needs. And it's not up to us to instill or to push what we think is right on them. Unless it comes to something illegal, then I'm all for them doing whatever in that case. But Joanne, you said you talk in code. I mean, just like religion, everybody is entitled to their own religious beliefs. Who am I to say that they're wrong? I know I got to the place where I didn't even want to hear government speeches anymore from anyone because half the time it's just a bunch of promises that don't ever come true, a bunch of lies and falsehoods just to make it sound good to get their vote. Okay, Sheila, you have a blessed day today. Yep, say nothing. If it comes to something where somebody's doing something illegal, then that's different. But just their religious beliefs, their customs, everybody in every country has their own customs, their own beliefs. As long as they don't hurt someone or break the law, then, they can believe whatever they want as long as it doesn't interfere with me. Well, I'm not really talking about politics. I just say that I quit listening to most of it on the news because it's sad. I don't even want to hear it anymore. Yeah. Well, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I know something has got to control the illegals from coming into this country. That's exactly why we've got such a water shortage here where I live. There's so many people moving into this subdivision and that are on this water company that I'm with, that the water company cannot purify the water and get it serviced to the residents fast enough. Susan said, oops, hit the wrong button, deleted you instead of the other video. Well, it's 15 minutes to 12 here. That's what I call noon, 12 p.m. Yeah, I know. It's almost time for kids to go back to school, isn't it? Time for the school shopping to begin. Ashley says, I got watermelon. I do too, a lot of it. Susan says, how do you handle an overnight paper? I don't understand that question. What do you mean, an overnight paper? Do they bring it to the door? I haven't been. I don't know. When I was getting my paper here, they just threw it in the yard. And I had to get on them a couple of times because they'd throw it under the carport when it was raining. And they'd throw it right in a puddle of water because the water will stand under the carport. And I fussed at them because I said, I'm tired of paying money to have my paper delivered, and I can't even read it. It's water soaked by the time I get it. So they did start putting it in a double plastic bag. So if it was raining, hopefully it doesn't get wet. But I canceled my subscription to the newspaper because I was trying to cut down my expenses. I couldn't afford to pay for newspaper delivery anymore. Maybe in the future I'll start back. And there's layaway. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but good morning to you. Here, usually they delivered the paper like before daylight in the morning. Yeah, you can get it on, you can get my subscription online, so you just view it online instead of having it delivered to the house. But you got to pay for it. You just can't go there and watch the news for the newspaper free. You got to pay for a subscription. Yeah, I don't either, Gladys. I had to cancel mine. I mean, I'm missing out on a lot of stuff because, our paper would tell what was going on in the town for the weekend and that type of thing. And now I don't know because I don't get the paper. I started getting it years ago, mostly when the kids were in school, because I could keep up with all the functions going on and different things with the school that I needed to know about, for the kids. Yeah, that's what mine was, Joanne. Just a small town paper. It was not very big. But the price has gone up so on it, I couldn't afford to pay it. So, like I said, I was cutting costs everywhere I could. And the newspaper was one of them. And I might start back getting it in the future. I don't know. And one reason I like to get the newspaper delivered because I had the paper itself, to put in my compost, to put in my totes and my buckets to make garden soil. And newspaper is great for that. So I never threw a newspaper away. It went in compost or it went in a tote or bucket for planting. Yeah, I'm packing things as well. Sure, Cindy, I'd love some Alaskan seeds. I don't know what they would be, but I'd love some. And there's MLT. Good morning. Oh, well, they print it twice a week here, and they will deliver it. They used to put it in the mailbox, but they stopped doing that because I guess the post office got on them about cluttering their mailboxes with newspapers. So now when they deliver them, they just throw them up in your yard. Yeah, well, ours come out twice a week. But like I said, it had a lot of important information in it that you needed if you had kids in school or if you wanted to know what was going on in the town every week, festivities, stuff like that. It always had it in the newspaper. Everything is contracted, yeah. Yeah, me either. Susan, I never thought of Alaska having anything but ice and snow. But, you know, there's certain times of the year you can actually grow a little garden in Alaska. Your growing season is pretty short, but you can. I've seen videos on it. Yeah, I bet they do have beautiful flowers in Alaska. In their spring and summer season, I bet they have some beautiful flowers there. Clouds are messing up Ashley's tanning. Look up fireweed. That is what is out now. Fireweed. Let me see what that is. Oh, that is pretty. That's what came up. Doesn't show very well, but see, I can show the other one. That shows one of the flowers. It's kind of a purple lavender color. I wish the lighting was, I don't know, my camera just doesn't pick up real well from one screen to the other. But that's really pretty. That was called a Rose Bay fireweed. But everyone that's come up is like a purplish lavender color. Oh, they got it in a honey yellow. Well, that's what it said, but it still looks pink or purple. But it's pretty. I don't know if they would grow around here in the heat, because I'm sure fireweed is not used to Texas heat. Your mom used to wear lipstick the same color of fireweed. I drank that second whole cup of coffee. Now I'm sleepy. Well, fire in the title might be. Hmm. A lot of times, if you have fruit of any kind around out in the open, it'll draw gnats. Doesn't matter whether it's spoiled. It could be just from the store, and it'll cause gnats to gather up. Thank you, Gladys. Do you have fruit of any kind out in the open, Susan? I have to keep all my fruit in the refrigerator. Oh, wow. So your flowers are almost like your weatherman. There's a knock at the door, and it's my paper. So they deliver yours during the day. Yeah, they go away when they decide to go away. Oh, my paper I ordered for my title, not newspaper. Yeah, they can come up anywhere. Through your sink, anywhere. Every time you open the door. But now I'm nervous. What are you nervous about? What's this a title for? You've been dreaming about it. She is she talking code? I don't know. Oh, getting a title loan on your car so you can have some money. I've never done that, so I don't know anything about it. I'm trying to get bills paid off. I can't afford any more loans. I've got one credit card. I mean, I don't owe an outrageous amount on it, but I want to get it paid off. Because, as long as you owe anything on it, they're going to charge you interest every month. So I'm trying my best to get that paid down. And I don't use credit cards anymore unless it's an emergency. So I need to get it paid off after you get the dogs gone. They may try to drink it if they could get to it. You mean pay off your credit cards? Yeah. Get your stuff together, Susan. And look who's talking. Yeah, I don't owe but a little over $1,000 on one credit card, but I want to get it paid off because it don't matter how much you owe on it, they're going to charge you interest every single month. And I don't want to pay all that interest on it. Cindy says they have a parade this weekend to celebrate our small town. Well, that sounds nice, Cindy. I think they have a parade coming up in my hometown or close to my hometown to celebrate the history of the county. I saw a posting that my brother did on Facebook about it. That's something they never used to have that I know of, but they've started it, over the 40 years I've been gone. Yeah, it's nice to have a credit card just in case, emergency pop up and you don't have the cash. But I don't like to use that credit card unless it is an emergency. I don't even want to use it for an emergency, but I will if I have to. Well, I've got a TJ Maxx card, but I don't use it. They talked me into signing up for it when I was in Marshall's or Ross's one day. It was Marshall's. And if you signed up to get the card, you got like a 10% discount on purchase. So I signed up for the card, but I don't use it. Every time I go in there, which is not very often, they ask me, are you going to use your TJ Maxx card? I said, no. They say, do you have one? I said, yes, but I'm not using it. I try to pay everything on my debit card, so it's paid immediately. It's not owed for later. I don't like owing money. Well, like I said, I don't use it. It's very seldom that I ever use the card. And if I do, the minute that it's posted to where I can pay it, I go to their website and I pay that amount. But I try not to use it at all because I don't want to owe a balance on it. Yeah, I always use my debit card because I don't usually carry cash either. Yeah, credit cards can get you in trouble if you're not careful, but they come in real good in the case of an emergency. And you can't rent cars and things like that without one. You can't rent a motel room if you need it, if you're traveling without it. Well, I said if I signed up for it, she'd leave me alone. And I said I didn't have to use it. And I don't. I've got it, but I don't ever use it. I hate when I'm waiting for a new debit card to come in and you have to get cash for everything. They got you for Bass Pro card? There you go, Gladys. Yeah, but you can get in trouble with a credit card just being at home if you go online shopping much. No, the cards I have, they don't have annual fees, and I make sure of that before I sign up for them. And like I said, I don't use a credit card unless it's emergency. Now, when I was working, I didn't mind using it because I knew I had the money to come in that I'd pay it off basically every month. And that's how I got money owing on it, because when I quit work, I still had a little bit of money on it. And then I wasn't able to pay it all off. But I've been working on it now, trying to get it paid down. And I think it's just a little over 1,000 that I owe on it right now. Speaking of which, I need some toilet paper. Yeah, there's always things come up you need, Susan. Yeah, my kids used to tickle me back when they were real young and living at home, and they'd tell me there's something that they wanted me to get for them. And I'd tell them we don't have the money, I can't afford to buy it. And they said, well, Mom, you got a credit card, you don't have to pay for it. You see, kids don't realize you can charge whatever you want when you want it on that card, but sooner or later you got to pay the card. They figured, well, you just charge it on the card, you don't have to pay the card. They know now they got to pay the card. That's why you don't have cable. You'd be watching Food Network and HGTV. I used to watch the HGTV, but I purposely don't watch it anymore because that can get you in trouble. Yeah, these kids don't realize credit cards have to be paid. It's not free money. Yeah, I like to be debt free. That's my motto, debt free. Yes, I'm from North Carolina, MLT. My ex-husband, who was my husband at the time, was transferred from Southport, North Carolina. That's when we lived on Oak Island in North Carolina. He was transferred with his job out here to Comanche Peak Nuclear Power Plant, which is just 20 minutes from here. So that's what brought us out here. We had to move because of his job. And he's already retired. He's back home. He lives in Vale, North Carolina, just outside of Charlotte. He moved back to the house and property that he inherited from his mom and dad when they passed. And I'm still here in Texas. Never have been able to move back. And I probably won't ever move back now because my kids, they've got homes here, not in Granbury. They're both an hour or more away from me, but they've made their home here, so. I thought about moving back a long time ago, but the kids didn't want to move, out of school. My daughter was almost to the point she was going to graduate. My son was only a little over a year old when we moved to Texas, and Texas is his home. Granbury is the only town he knew living in or remembered. I mean, we went home on vacation, 2 weeks out of every year, and we spent 1 week with his parents in Charlotte or Vale, and then a week with my parents in North Carolina in Atkinson. But, just spending a week seeing your grandparents, you don't really get to know them. And he doesn't remember really living there. He was too young. Susan's loving on Sai. Coffee done. Yep, my cup's empty and I don't think I need to fill it up again. I've already filled it up with coffee twice this morning. Yeah, I said he brought me out here and just left me and the kids and ended up going back to North Carolina on his own. Susan's having Diet Pepsi. That sounds good. That's your caffeine like you need any? It's SodaStream. What are all of your plans for today or tomorrow? Because I know for some of you it's the middle of the night time or late at night. Like Kai, it was early in the morning for him when he got on here. Oh, Susan's fixing to send Gladys something pretty. I haven't decided. I may just make me a sandwich on rye bread, ham and cheese, and maybe some, oh, what do you call it? A slice of beef. I don't know. I haven't even decided what I was going to put on it if I do make it. I still got leftovers I need to eat up. I got all that fruit to eat up. So I'm definitely going to have a fruit salad sometime today. And Joanne's crocheting prayer cloths. Well, how neat, Joanne. Oh, wow, you gave her, Jessie, a tote full of food. Well, I went through my freezer, in that video, and I cleaned it out, got the ice out. And I did get rid of one or two things that had been in the way back of it for quite a while. But I clean my freezer out so often, especially the one behind me, the refrigerator freezer. Because it's got ice in it right now, and I just cleaned it out, a week or so ago. So I clean it out so often that I don't usually have a whole lot up there to throw away. Maybe one or two things, and sometimes not even that. Because I have to clean it out about every month in the summertime. Oh, you haven't ordered it yet? Got to get your money and deposit it first. I will be right back. Sorry about that, y'all. I heard little Buddy and Lucky outside and went out there to make sure they wasn't fighting because they getting little spats off and on all the time. Yeah, nature did call Gladys, but I had to take care of little Buddy and Lucky too. Probably. Well, thank you, Caleb. Glad you're back. Coffee kicked in. Yeah, potato soup is easy to make. I don't usually put mine in the crock pot because, I mean, it's so quick and easy to make it just in a pot on the stove. I said, why put it in the crock pot and leave it there for hours? Yeah, I got stuff to do too, Susan. I got to go mow that grass. And it's got so it takes me 2 or 3 days to mow the whole yard. And I know if I don't get started on it today, it's not going to get done. She used frozen potatoes. You know, I never like to freeze potatoes. They just don't come out right after they're frozen. They have a different texture, and it almost seems like they have a different taste. So I don't like to make it with frozen potatoes. A bag of cubed ones, huh? In South Carolina. Cindy says I gotta mop my floors. I need to mop mine too. But I said if I mow today, I'm not cooking. I'll eat fruit salad and a ham and cheese sandwich or something for dinner tonight. Because I know I'm not going to feel like cooking later on. I have a lot of favorite colors, but I guess blue is the one I like the best, Caleb. Oh, today is Whopper Wednesday, so you can get one for $3 if you use the app. Oh, wow. What a deal. You can get you a Whopper for $3. Sometimes I go through Wendy's drive-through and I get their $5 or $6 baggy meal. I don't know if any of y'all have done that. They got a $5 baggy meal and they got a $6 one. Usually I get the $5 one. It's plenty enough food for me to eat for a meal. Yeah, Whoppers are good. I used not to get one because of the didn't like onions or tomatoes. See, my son would have to get one ordered special because if he even saw an onion on it, he wouldn't eat it. Even if you took the onion off, he still would not eat it because he said it had the taste of the onion in the sandwich. So I always had to order his separate. You know, I could get everything else the way it come, how they normally fix it, but when it come to my son, it had to have no onions whatsoever. I do too. I like the onions, but my son doesn't. Susan used to be like that with pickles and onions and mustard. No, with pickles and mustard. And there's Crispy Tate, or Chrissy Tate. Just wanted to say hello. Can't say have to take trash out to be picked up tomorrow. Have a good day. God bless. Well, God bless you too, Chrissy. You have a good day today. My garbage is already out on the street because they come pick my garbage up today as well. I put it out last night. I always put it out on Tuesday night, so I know it's there when they come by, because they come by at different times. I've got 24 thumbs up. Looks like there's 22 people watching and 24 thumbs up. Susan said once she gets moving, that'll be okay. I saw 25 thumbs up now and 22 watching. So some people have come in and thumbs up and left. Who hit the thumbs up twice? Well, there's 24 watching now. 25. Well, sometimes people come in, they hit the thumbs up, and then they can't stay. Like Kai had to leave. We've had several people that came in and probably hit thumbs up, and they had to leave. They're not in chat anymore. You can't even do that if you leave and come back. Well, if you come back in, you probably can't do another thumbs up. You've already done it one time. Yeah, you can't hit it twice. And there's Barbara Weiser. Welcome, Barbara. She's a newbie. Everybody welcome Barbara. Glad to have you in our live chat today. Like I told everybody else, my live is a way to put off getting out there mowing my grass. I don't want to do it, but I will have to, I know. Probably as soon as I end the live, I'll go out there and start mowing. I do love you, Susan. And I love chatting with you. But, yeah, it's also postponing my yard mowing. Now you see the truth. Y'all know I love chatting with you. We have a good time. I have a lot of room to talk. I'm sitting here in my PJs. I wonder how Connie's doing today. I know she's not been feeling too good. And I hate to hear it. Oh, good. You finally got some rain, Barbara. We finally got more rain here, too. A couple of days ago. For 2 days, we got rain off and on. It's finally fared up today, and it did cool our temperatures down a little bit. It dropped from 102 down to like high 80s and low 90s. Yes, I do have watermelon in my garden, Caleb. They're not big enough to pick yet, or they're not, I don't think they're ripe enough. One of them may be a small one. It's been there for quite a while, but I haven't picked it yet to see. Joanne says she's dressed because her dog had a hair appointment today, this morning. You know we all love you, Gladys. I've showed my watermelon in some of my videos, if you've seen them, Caleb. I've got quite a few watermelons on the vine, but they're not big enough to pick yet. A schnauzer. You love the white one, Susan? How can coffee make you sleepy and wake you up at the same time? Yeah, I know too, Gladys. Connie's not been feeling good. So I know that's why she's not been in chat. And that's okay. I just kind of miss her chatting in here. Yes, we all send love and gentle hugs to Connie. I know it gets bad here too, Barbara. Usually it's so dry, we got a drought. And if you can't water stuff, it dies. And even sometimes if you keep it watered, it dies from the heat. Susan doesn't want Cindy to leave. Well, if you have to go, Cindy, you have a blessed day. And we'll see you on the next one. Watch my videos. Share my videos. Yeah, this is Wednesday. We got another live tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is our trivia night. And I need to schedule it. I haven't scheduled it yet. I've been so busy, I don't get things done. It'll be tomorrow night, Cindy, Thursday night at 7 p.m. And Gladys's pad's blinking, so she's going to be going off pretty soon. Yeah, the temperature's going to go back up by the weekend probably here too, if not before. How much your rest time? My rest time is whenever I want to take rest time. Okay, Cindy, have a good day. You live on a mountain in West Virginia? Well, I live on a mountain here in Texas. That's one reason it's so dry. The ground does not hold moisture very long. It's all rock and sand, so you know how that is. It drains pretty fast. I take Benadryl for my allergies and it'll put me to sleep. So usually if I take Benadryl, it's at night. Unless I'm really sick with some kind of allergy, and then if I have to take it during the day, I will. But usually it's when I'm home and I'm not doing anything. Yeah, I live in north central Texas, and this is the area where the dinosaurs roamed. And there's lots of rocks, sand, rock mountains. I live on a rock mountain, is what it is. You ever remember seeing movies about the dinosaurs when they were alive? You know, they lived around a lot of rocky areas, desert like areas for the most part. That's where I live. Yeah, in the eastern part, it's hilly and green. No, the doctor gives me, this is the one I was taking at first. I don't know if you can see that. But the last time I went in for my checkup, he changed it to this one. No, you can't see it. Right now, I've got some of both of it, so I've been using both. Last one is what you take every night. Well, I have to use that spray, that nasal spray, off and on throughout the day. I can't wait and just use it at night. Because sometimes I'll breathe something I'm allergic to and I start coughing and gagging so bad. It don't stop until I use that spray. The Flonase. Well, my insurance pays for the prescription nasal spray. If I buy it myself, I have to pay for it. You know, if I buy something that's off the counter, then I have to pay for it. But as long as the doctor writes a prescription for it, Medicare pays for it. Or my prescription plan pays it. Well, Judy B., good morning from Stephenville. How is Judy doing today? Yeah, I tell you, when I saw the prices on those prescription nasal sprays and blood pressure pills, ooh, I'm glad I don't have to pay it out of pocket. But as long as it's a prescription that the doctor gives you, Medicare will pay for it. Or my prescription part of Medicare pays it. And then my supplement pays that $4 or whatever it is, 20%. Not yours, Susan? Well, I have the 20% copay, but I have a Cigna supplement plan. And what Medicare doesn't pay, Cigna pays. So I don't pay, I pay the $4.10, I think it is now, for my prescription. But hey, on a $300 prescription, I'll pay $4. I've got Plan G on Medicare, and then I've got Cigna supplement plan, and it includes a prescription plan. So my copay is only usually about $4. Whatever prescription I get, it runs about $4. But my doctor gives me 3 months supply of blood pressure pills, and that's almost $400. But getting it like that, I only pay the $4 every 3 months to get it, so I come out like a champ. Yeah, you're allergic to that creeping Charlie. Like here, I'm allergic to the grass. I'm allergic to ragweed, which grows wild here. And all of it makes me short-winded because my allergies affect my breathing more than anything. Yeah, you'll have to be careful. I wear a mask a lot of times outside when I think to put it on. Me too, Barbara. I'm allergic to everything in Texas. Everything, all this pollen and stuff that's in the air, I'm allergic to it. I tell you, people that do not have allergies do not know how lucky they are. Allergies are pretty bad. They can ruin your life, basically. Oh, it's Judy's day off today. Well, we've been on here for about an hour and a half. I hate to keep everybody from doing what they've got to get done today. And I guess I need to get out there and start mowing, whether I want to or not. I'll reluctantly be pushing that mower. So y'all, I'm going to let you go so you can get things done. I can get things done. And I'll talk to you tomorrow night. Just watch my videos in the meantime. Well, good, Barbara. I'm glad you've been watching. Okay, and Kayla, you too. I'll see you tomorrow night. Susan, Barbara, everybody else in chat. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you on another one. Bye now.